All right. That here. This. That. Almost. This. That. And then this. Here. Somehow I always forget to do the notification. Patak one time said I should do an automated one, and I should. I just don't know. I haven't looked at it to see how that works. Not sure if that would work well or not. Probably will be fine, though. Okay, let's kill this. 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 Turn this on, because I always forget to turn it off if I tab away for some reason. Maybe that's not so funny. Anyway. Hey, Kessa, welcome. I'm going to shift this over. Obviously, I always have to. Some reason, I'm trying to move it over across the monitors, and it does this whole... I guess I'm now trying to go full screen in my monitor I'm trying to get away from. You know, like if you drag a monitor to the top edge of the screen or whatever and then let go, it'll go full screen. Yeah, that's what happened. Hey, Silo, welcome. Welcome, Kissa. I think I said welcome, but just in case, Kissa, welcome also, of course. Okay. Let's try this again. I don't know. I think we're lined up. We'll see. No, we're not even close to lined up. Awesome. Okay, where is that? There? Okay. So basically that. Is there inconsistently what I need to do to shift it over far enough? I'm used to Darkness Within 2, and that's not the same for this one. So, okay. Anyway. There we go. Now I can see. Yeah. I need to figure out, and I didn't even think about it. So, but I need to figure out how these rotate to indicate the numbers needed. Whoops, I forgot. Click and then do this again. Needs to make numbers, I think, right? This looks like the type of readout, like of numbers you would see on something like a clock or similar, or a watch, possibly. So, I thought there might be a clue in the pictures because, like, this is the hospital with the police station right here. So some of this at least reflects the town. But, like, these mountains? I don't know about these mountains. That could be the lake with mountains behind me. Then what's this? It's like a whole bunch of... It looks like a church, maybe? We don't have a church in town, though, do we? I don't think I saw a church. And the only thing I could think of this is either heading up to the hotel but like this building is pointless then because I don't remember a building on the way, or this is coming down to that antique shop, or not antique shop. What is it? Anyway, where the post office is and stuff. This could be coming down the stairs to there, but this doesn't look right. So I don't think it's right, but we could suppose, I guess, without context, that this archway could somehow connect to this archway, but I don't think there's evidence to support that idea. It doesn't. Surely it doesn't go up. That doesn't make sense, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. That's almost 2482, but you have a couple of problems. 3 lines here won't make a number at all. That will never make a number, right? And then this is a straggler, as is this. It's just like out there. So hey, Fox, welcome. I assume you're saying hi to Kiss or something. I am not Sweetness. Last person who called me something like Cupcake lost some teeth, so don't call me that. I'm just kidding. I tried always to be not violent. I was not always non-violent, but I tried to be. Um so if it's not numbers though, then this definitely would not go for the keypad. But in that case, what are we spell? What word are we spelling? Hmm. Except for a couple of stray dashes, this does pretty much, I think, make sense to have it upright. Not just that they're all upright, but the numbers kind of mostly match. No. Put this back. See, this stray thing is kind of bugging me. Doesn't feel like that's right. I also don't know what to do about this one because this doesn't seem to match up either. Could be a something 09 maybe. I don't like it for that either. That could be a 7, but this is no number. That could be a 7, but this does. You need a line here, or this would need to be over here and then a line down. There has to be some hint on how I'm supposed to organize these. So I must be missing something, some critical extra piece of information that'll tell me how I'm supposed to assemble those. Yeah, still nothing. I know. I know.
How did it go again? Dearest Claire, I'm a little disappointed that you don't come to visit me anymore.
Don't you miss our time together at all? All the fun we had? Take a look at the pictures. You look so happy and contented. Don't you think so too? I tell you, that was some kind of fun we had too. And you just can't bring yourself to admit it. Are you worried about it getting out? Well, it would be too embarrassing, wouldn't it? A married businesswoman has to watch her reputation. What would the folks say? What would your husband do with you? It would be a scandal. But I'll protect you from it. Me and 15 Ben Franklin stand between you and shame. I'll expect the, bonus this evening. Bring it to me, and I'll enjoy myself with your pictures for a few more weeks. F.
Dude, Fuller is such a scumbag. Honestly, the guy is just garbage through and through.
That's at least evidence that Fuller was blackmailing Mrs. Biber. 15 Ben Franklins is $1,500. But is that gonna be enough for the cops? They're gonna ask her what he was blackmailing her with. And if they ask her, Biber will deny everything. I've gotta find out what Fuller was using to blackmail her. And I'm sure that the answer is behind that secret door.
If I look at this, so the hospital clearly is the hospital of those small little pictures I could look at on the light. But I don't see anything with mountains. I don't see anything with like multiple archways on a building. Could potentially be the police station, but it's not really. If I go here, there's several archways, and even as you go down, but it doesn't go all that far, and the clock thing here does not match, because it's just it's a little steeple or whatever with a clock on a single side. That does not match this. All right, CFO Fox, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Let's stop. What happens if I go over to the side here? Yeah, nothing more this way. I don't know. What am I missing? Something up here is going to clue me in, I think. I just don't know what. I think we looked at the note and decided it did not really give me anything to clue me in. Don't need the safe anymore. Also cannot interact with it anymore. Back to the world map one more time. Arizona, Hawaii, Europe, and a couple that are smudged out.
A greasy map of the world. My World Tour is written next to it. A few places are marked. The USA around Utah, Arizona. Then over to Hawaii. Afterwards comes North Africa, possibly Egypt. Then China, and then Europe. Looks like somewhere in Germany.
Hawaii, Egypt, China, Germany. Well, there's also the Utah Arizona thing, like some like in the not Midwest United States, but the mountain west of the United States.
Dear Rebecca, I have received your letter and am pleased that you're well. Of course, I will furthermore send you the full amount. Your suggestion is well intended, and I wouldn't have expected anything else from you. But there's absolutely no question about your receiving any less, even if he has now left home. You have done a wonderful job, and it's now time that you did something for yourself. Enjoy your life in Maine. With love, C.
Even if he's now left home, that makes me wonder, or makes me think that maybe this this happens sometime. Well, no, it can't though. I was gonna say, it makes me think maybe this happened sometime in the middle of the first game, like, or whatever the events of the first game, like there had been. Oh, maybe it can. When did the first game actually take place? Because the references to the 1960s or whatever that are in this game would have been. I think that's before. I don't remember my dates to remember when stuff is supposed to have happened. Anyway, so that doesn't help though with.
I really don't understand all that. Perhaps, or could it be
Hmm. Don't combine. I wouldn't have expected, but these do not combine with anything in my inventory. No. I don't think I'm gonna have anything to talk to anybody about, but
I don't want to stop her. I don't mean to disturb you. I don't mean to disturb you.
that's it. Okay, sure, if you say so.
Hey!
I've forgotten something else.
He's like, sure you did, sure, buddy.
Either they assume that Biddeford's population will reach 50,000, Well, the number of cold drawers is quite over the top. Half the town would have to have a collective heart attack.
Mm.
I'd rather not do that. Whoever it was, he must have been out of his mind. I'd rather not do.
Mm. I guess there's nothing else in here. He did comment about that, but nothing else shows up other than Fuller's corpse on the stretcher. But
A metal bier. The edges are bent upwards so no blood drips on the floor. It's got wheels and seems a bit rickety. It's probably taken to another room for the actual autopsy.
I don't know what you would ever use on this. So there's still the scales that we've not used yet. I don't know how we would use them now, though. Something will make sense at some point, I think, but I don't think it's right now. Okay, let's try. I don't think it'll work, but maybe we can ask different people around town about the slides. Maybe they'll have, hey, that was at one place or something kind of thing. I doubt it, but maybe. No, nothing with that. I already asked him about that previously. I don't think. It doesn't seem like he's got anything to say.
I can't think of anything. I don't want to bother her while.
Hmm.
No, I'd rather not do that before I know exactly what's going on here. I'll get the evidence from Fuller's secret room, and then even these idiots will get what's going on.
No one wants to talk about those, so it's not going to be something I show somebody. Uh. What does he say on it by itself? So nothing unless I have these. Okay, well, maybe something will occur to me when I try it again for the 75th time. There's some of this other stuff's upside down, so maybe... Does that clue me in at all? Hospital's right side up. What would this be? That, I guess, and then maybe this. It's that. No. I don't think that's the answer. Don't get anything when I right click on him for him to comment or anything. I do that? I don't think that's going to do anything, right? What does that tell me? Nothing, I don't think. I don't think that's right. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Saw the combination almost before. You mean with these? Yeah, probably. If that's what you mean. I probably had it and then like lost it. It's not the first time that would have happened to me, honestly, so it's believable. For totally believable. Uh hmm. 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 The fact that some of these lines don't quite line up, some of the little dashes don't line up with each other, tells me it's probably when I've got them positioned and they're not lining up, tells me that particular orientation where they don't line up is probably wrong. They probably should just line up perfectly in one way or another. So I need to find whatever that is, but I think they're gonna have to line up exactly for it to be correct. Hmm. See, this can pretty much line up right, potentially. But then there are questions. Questions that need answering, to quote Gandalf. And I'm not sure what the answer is on those. Do this. 2482. See, I had that before, maybe. There we go. Why did I thought I could have sworn, because you said almost had it. I could have sworn I had that before.
2482. The rows produce digital figures when arranged in the right order. I'm certain that's the code for the secret door.
Finally.
The negatives were Fuller's emergency memory aid.
Finally, but I could have sworn I already did that combination, but I guess I didn't line them up quite right or something. That's what I'm saying, right? Before, the lines, if the lines are like this, that's not good enough. The lines have to line up, right? I knew they had to line up. I just didn't know. 2482. I must have had it slightly off, and so it was not quite showing the number. That's got to be what it was, right? Man. Making it harder than it needs to be. Oh, you want to do a memory game? You want this memory game? I'll give you this memory game. 2, 4, 8, 2. Eat it.
I don't understand it. The code has to be right. At least it sounded like it was. Something else can't be right. When you stand here, it feels like what? Something like when you see in the dock and he has you stand on a set of mechanical weighing scales. Everything slides slightly back and forth. The floor gives a little as you stand on it. Could it really be a set of scales? Would that fit in with a secret door? Aha, I knew it.
So that's why I need the scale from Mom's hospital bed.
If it really is a kind of scale, then it could measure Fuller's weight while he tapped in the secret number into this pad, and the door would only open when the two matched. Pretty well thought through for sure. For me, there's the problem that I have no idea how heavy Fuller is. I've got to find that out if I want to make progress here.
So grab the scales and I put Fuller's body on it. Like I take the scales to the morgue. If I forgot something, go to the morgue and then put Fuller's body on the scale while I'm down in the morgue. That's got to be it. Okay, so we're here.
All right then. I'll take that heavy thing with me.
Nobody's going to see him walking around with a heavy scale and a bottle of orange soda and a thing of wire cutters and a camera. Nobody's going to see him with all this stuff. He's like toting around in his arms. Don't mind me. This is totally inconspicuous. Nobody would ever suspect anything.
Hey! I've forgotten something else. I should first divert the security guy's attention. All the racket's gonna be quite suspicious.
Oh, so now I give him the laxative? At least he's gonna want it, I guess. Here.
Hey boss, you want a soda?
What do you want for it?
Nothing.
You just gonna give me a soda? as a friendly gesture.
Exactly.
That's very... nice.
Well, don't think we're awesome yet. You're gonna be thinking about us in the
Perhaps
bathroom
you
here in a
could do
minute.
me another favor. Can you keep watch here for a minute? I'll be right back. Real quick.
I thought you couldn't leave your post.
It's an emergency. I'll be back in a minute. Wait here.
Okay, no problem.
That was awfully fast for him to have to go. Okay, sure.
What was that about? Strange. Oh well, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. He hadn't even. He took the soda with him, carrying it like this sideways. So presumably it's so close. So he hasn't even drunk the soda yet. Was he going to the break room or something? I don't even know. Maybe this now.
Let's see. The buyer weighs about 53 pounds. Now I just need to weigh Fuller and his buyer. Alright, I can work out Fuller's and the buyer's weight together. That way... £348. 348 for Fuller with the buyer, minus 53 for the buyer makes 295 pounds. That's Fuller's weight, and that's what I gotta put on the scales. Perhaps a bit more. He wasn't wearing any clothes and had lost a lot of blood after all. I weigh nearly 198 pounds with clothes on, so I just need around another 99 pounds on the scale with me. I'm sure I can find something in the basement.
Don't move!
What the? Look, I didn't want to...
What are you doing? Trying to poison me, huh? That ain't gonna work on me.
Me? Poison you? What makes you think that...
No one has ever offered me a drink. And someone like you, of all people, bring me a soda.
Yeah, well, I thought you were thirsty.
Yeah, sure, junkie. You want to steal medication, huh? Or equipment to make some money, don't you?
That's crazy. I was...
The soda's poison, right? It's in the lab right now. And if it turns out you trying to poison me...
Yeah, well, poisoned...
You going to jail for this. You terrorist.
Terrorist.
And you
Sure
were
you are.
missing your old boss and wanted to say goodbye to him.
Something like that.
Don't give me that crap. Breaking and entering? Larceny? We can lock you up for that.
Breaking and entering and larceny. According to the security guy, I'm a seriously dangerous terrorist.
He caught you snooping around, and that's bad enough. I understand that you want to help your girlfriend, but this kind of thing doesn't really help. When this gets out, and Dick's gonna make sure that everyone in town knows about his heroic act by tomorrow morning, then it's gonna look like you wanted to get rid of evidence, or something like that.
Can I go now?
Darren, I'm not against you, but keep your nose out of this. If we catch you snooping around again, you're gonna end up in the can, capiche?
Yeah, capiche.
Now get out of here. I've got to reassure Dick and make it clear to him the boy's harmless.
And I'm gonna continue where I left off, at Fuller's secret door.
Yeah, I just need 99 pounds. Hey, how much do you weigh? Let me knock you out and drag you over, and then we'll use you for the extra weight. First of all, she's not going to be 99 pounds. She'll probably be like 110, or, well, with muscle, she might be like 125 or something. But also, yeah, that's not suspicious knocking her out or something. I don't think
I have nothing to say to
Yeah, I
her.
was going to say, I don't think I have anything to talk with her about, probably. 99 pounds. How am I going to get 99 pounds? I don't have the scale, so I can't weigh it.
I don't want to bother her while she's working.
They have scales at the post office, right? To weigh mail, like packages. Maybe there's something down there. I'm sorry, I have not been paying attention to chat. That's on me. Sorry about that. I don't believe a second that Fuller had enough intelligence to make a secret door with scale. Yeah, totally. Just like, I was like, really? That convoluted? Really? Those police officer comments. Yeah. Why do we even try to give him a soda? We already had access to the morgue. Oh, well, you know why, right? So, well, he said specifically he wanted the security guard to not be watching the cameras, so that he couldn't. Because if the security guard was watching the cameras and saw us with the scale down below, like, what the hell are you doing, right? So we were getting him away so that he would not notice us using the scale. That was really the reason. Maybe not the best reason, but still.
I can't think of any.
So if not there...
I don't want to talk to him.
I gotta get 99 pounds somehow. How am I gonna do that? There's nothing in here.
Nothing else there.
Maybe I should go back to Fuller's and see if I can figure something out that way. Probably nothing in the junk shop, but let me see just in case.
I don't want to talk to him at the moment.
Okay, and then just the radio is the only other thing. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm missing about 90 pounds of additional weight. That shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, he's just gonna automatically find the 90 pounds. Hey, we didn't have to look for it. That's good.
Another few pounds ought to do it. I reckon that'll be exactly enough.
Another few pounds?
Junk weighing 90 pounds, more or less. It might work now. That's it! At last. Now that the door's open, I'll get this junk out of the way. Somewhere there's gotta be... Ah, here. Oh my god.
With chains and shackles? What the hell?
That bastard.
Dude. Fuller was definitely into some shady stuff. What on earth, man? Okay.
The metal locker looks very old. Perhaps it's from a school or a sports club. Cupboard's locked. But there's no padlock and no combination lock on the door. There's gotta be some other kind of mechanism.
Hmm.
Lots of little bottles of knockout drops. That's... Oh, God. I picked them up. Fullest package, it clinked. I don't want to have anything to do with that. What would have happened if he still had some of that stuff when Angelina was here? Would he... Did he call her, perhaps? Did he want to lure her here and she might have defended herself and... But then it'd be self-defense. Angelina would have told the police that. Come on, stay concentrated. Angelina had nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah? No, I can't come this weekend. Maybe next. I gotta work for the psychopath. Yeah, he drugs people and takes pictures and does unseemly things with them. It's, it's a job. It's a job. It's fine.
A camera tripod. An older model than the one up in the shop, but it's got the same mounting system. It's for Fuller's camera.
Yeah, he was taping it all. Gosh,
He
sicko.
recorded it. The pig got it all on video. This way he got his kicks from it all a bit longer. And he had evidence. There's no tape in the camera.
Yeah, the guy is just. I mean, I'm not for killing people, but the guy got what he deserved, one way or another. Something tells me Fuller wasn't a saint we all thought him to be. We all thought him to be. Okay, sure, Silverwell. Well, you were the one giving him the benefit of the doubt, I guess.
It wasn't enough for Fuller to just drug his victims. He tied them up too and probably got some perverse pleasure from the fact they were at his mercy. The bed's got a metal frame and a worn mattress. It's stained and moldy. No sheet, no pillow, just this grubby blanket. I don't want to know what went on here. I'm just afraid that I already do.
Curtain. Let's see what's behind here.
Weird. That curtain looks like Fuller stole it from his mother. Old-fashioned, but in better shape than everything else here. What have we got here? A metal plate has been built into the wall. In the middle of the plate is a hexagonal recess. A metal plate has been...
Hexagonal recess. I don't have anything that's hexagonal shape, so I don't know. This very possibly opens this, but I need something hexagonal if I'm going to do that. Oh, brass ball? Interesting.
There are these shiny golden balls on the bedposts. That must be brass. Wow, that really works. The ball simply plugged into the tube of the bedpost. A brass ball. Huh. A hexagonal metal bar fastened on the underside. Looks like it's welded on.
Okay, so that is, yep. That's the key.
Something's happened. It's open, but I can't get excited about it. I don't want to see what's on these photos. Ah, there's only Mrs. Biba in these pictures, but there could be other pictures of other women, and therefore lots of people with a motive. That, along with the blackmail letter, should easily convince the police. Fuller was a blackmailer, and worse, there must have been dozens of people who wanted him dead. Dozens of people with a motive, unlike Angelina. I'll get her out of jail with this.
The problem is, and maybe this just progresses this way anyway, but the problem is turning this in is gonna implicate Mrs. Biba, which I'm not the biggest fan of either, right? I mean, she's a victim of abuse from her husband and blackmail and who knows what else from Fuller. So I feel sorry for her already. I don't want to get her in trouble in addition. But I'm not seeing something else here that I could use. So I guess we just go. Not happy about it. I'd much rather not make her upset.
That's really interesting.
It's repulsive, and a damn good motive, right?
Indeed. But it doesn't mean that the Bibas have anything to do with the murder.
Of course not. Look, I guess your people would find even more in Fuller's secret room. Then you'll have plenty of suspects, all with good motives.
I've already sent some people over there. But all of this doesn't prove that it wasn't Miss Morgan.
But she had no motive.
Yes, she did.
That's him. That's the guy that followed me.
Nice that you came, Mr.
Reginald Boris is my name, Captain. I'm a private detective from England.
Sure
I'm
you
sure
are.
I can contribute a few things that will clear up this case quite considerably.
That's what we like to hear. We have a few questions for you as it happens.
For example, why you lured Angelina into a trap?
Mr. Michaels.
The important question is surely why? Why did Miss Morgan murder the photographer Fuller? Well, quite simple. She was also photographed by him. As you can see, not quite as revealing as the others, but I haven't got all of the photos. I'm sure your people will find other pictures that put it beyond all doubt.
What the? Those are mine! I shot those pictures of Angelina yesterday afternoon!
All right, calm down. What's going on here?
You'd better ask him! He must have stolen these pictures from Angelina's hotel room. These pictures have got nothing to do with it.
It's the same photo paper as the other ones.
And I got them from Fuller. He said he had lots more.
Oh, man. Lies!
Well, we'll see about that. Darren, go and get some fresh air. Calm yourself down. Mr. Boris, come with me, please. There are a few things we need to discuss.
Why, certainly.
And Angelina?
She stays where she is until we've cleared up this mess.
But you...
We'll get in touch when we need your help. Good day.
This can't be for real.
You know, I believe you. You were right about Fuller, and there's something not quite right with this Detective Boris.
Then go in there, arrest him, and release Miss Morgan already.
It's not that simple. But it'll all become clear. In a few days, everything will be cleared up. Until then, you should just wait. And go visit your mother.
Wait a few days? And give this asshole time to get new evidence? Yeah, right. Next thing you know, he'll frame her for the Kennedy assassination. I'm gonna find out what game he's playing.
Good. But be careful. The end doesn't justify the means. You've already broken into Fuller's house. If you get caught doing something like that, you'll get it for real.
Then you'd better stay away from me. can only have gotten the pictures from Angelina's hotel room. I should have a look around there, regardless of what the police think.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the graphic glitches during the cut scene or whatever right here. It doesn't happen any other time when I'm in this room, just when there's the cut scene. I don't get it with any other games. Like last night I was playing, or like 15 hours ago I was playing The Sinking City, which graphically is much more intensive than this is. So it's got to be a flaw with the game somehow. Or the gaming engine, whatever it is, but... Okay, so back to the hotel, I guess.
Get lost, you damn critters! Get off my veranda!
The seagulls seem to like the veranda just as much as the hotel owner does. Like the whole hotel, very well maintained and just so nice. Everything very clean and tidy. Huh. No wonder the guy doesn't want those gulls on his veranda. I'm guessing somebody's left something edible on the veranda, and then those critters have jumped on it right away. Like the whole hotel, I'm guessing somebody...
So that's it. We're just going to describe it. I guess we're not going to do anything with it. Okay.
Excuse me,
Yes, please?
you got a seagull problem here?
I wouldn't call it that. They kind of come with the coast. It's just, it would be nice if they kept away. In my opinion, they ought to be out on the ocean, or on rocks on the coast, but not on my veranda. They've lost their fear of humans, and the hotel guests are always feeding them, especially with bits of fish. And then at some point the guests leave, and I'm left with a flock of seagulls on my veranda. They wreck the cushions, and oh, well...
They crap on your tables?
Well, I wouldn't have put it like that myself, but yes.
I don't want to talk to...
Does that mean I go back? Let me see if I go back out to the veranda and do something, or if I just go up.
Like the whole hotel, very... I'm guessing somebody's left something edible.
So no, okay, yeah, so maybe just back. Why is he walking slow? I double clicked. Okay, whatever. The slow way.
Where are you going?
I was on my way to Miss Morgan's room. She gave me permission.
That might be the case, but the room has been, well, sealed off by the police. You know, the incident? I can't let you go up there.
But it's very urgent.
Maybe so, but that's a police order, and I'll be in serious trouble if I don't follow it. This is a family hotel, and I've been instructed that the police will operate discreetly. I'm sorry.
Yoda singing about seagulls? I don't know. Is that a meme? I don't know if I know that one. Oh, breadcrumbs, right? So if I do that, and then he'll all of that to get the breadcrumbs, and then he'll come out here, and I can go upstairs while he's here. Here, goals. They immediately come. Doesn't take any time. They we're just waiting. Oh, hey, I sense food. Let's go.
Well, I can go up.
Oh, wait.
Behind this are the private rooms. as the sign says.
Okay.
Well, I can go up the stairs, but without the room key, all I can do is get as far as Angelina's door.
Random YouTube video, huh? Interesting. I've never seen it. I'll have to check it out. Yoda
Got it.
seeing sequels.
The key for room number 5. She only drank non-alcoholic drinks in the diner yesterday. Angelina is about as good with alcohol as I am. Nice work. There were skilled craftsmen across the whole region all those years back. They brought all their experience and designs from Europe and supplied the whole of the States from here. This isn't exactly my taste, and I can't find anything to help me any further.
I thought with things like the picture lying on its side, you'd have something to say. I guess not.
What's this then? I don't believe it. A microphone. A listening device. The bastards bugged Angelina. There's no cable on it. It must have a little transmitter, but such a tiny transmitter can't have much of a range. That means there has to be an amplifier or a more powerful transmitter around here.
I've got to find it, he said also. I've got to find it.
A ventilation shaft could be a good hiding place for a radio set. I bet the hole leads right up to the roof. I knew it. A radio set. The bug only needs to transmit a few yards, and then this powerful set amplifies the signal and sends it on to wherever. Apart from that, there's nothing else.
Just make sure there's nothing else in here. Let's just start systematically over here. No. Yeah, I think that's it in the room.
Where have you come from? What do you think you're doing?
You
can't just march through the rooms. This is a discreet, familial hotel. Where is the key for room 5? Miss Morgan's room. You've got it. Give it here, immediately. Don't let the police hear about this, for heaven's sake.
Shh, you don't have to tell the police, it's fine.
And now get out! I never want to see you here again!
If you just...
Don't!
He was happy with us.
Man, was he upset or what? Doesn't matter. I've got everything I wanted and I don't need to go back into the hotel again.
How are we going to prove anything now that we grabbed everything without gloves? Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
A microphone in a small metal housing. I don't know much about these things, but the bug doesn't look like the work of some hobbyist. But I can't see any letters or numbers. No symbols, nothing. Nothing that might help a little. Looks like a normal radio, but I don't really know. I could ask Eddie. He sure knows about these things.
Who is Eddie? Oh, right. The guy next door to Fuller's shop. I see. I forgot his name was Eddie. I was like, we don't have a friend here, I don't think, generally, but there we go.
There was something else.
Well, spit it out. What do you want?
You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area, and none of them would hide that kind of thing in a ladies' room.
But
I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
that could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes, and apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer, and someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from 2 different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a meter, and you'll need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh, my God.
He's like, dude.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going. Metal tube, bare copper wire, headphones and compass. Not much time till 1800.
I guess this is once we got the stuff. Okay. Okay, so we obviously can get the headphones from our mom's place. Got them right here. Metal tube.
I'll just borrow it.
Use this as the metal tube? Probably not, but maybe.
Alright then, I need the compass. I'll have to sacrifice the telescope.
Ah, compass, yeah. Metal tube. Metal tube and copper wire.
I can't think of anything.
No. I don't think this will work. This will be something, but
A cheap ballpoint.
yeah, no. Metal tube.
Looks very cozy, but you know, that reminds me of my favorite film, Whales of August. That G.
Yeah, okay. Some wire here, but nothing copper. I don't think it will. I'm assuming he'll just say, no, I can't do that, but let me do this just in case. So if I don't have to like replay all the way from back at her room. Metal tube and copper wire.
A metal plate has been built into the wall. In the middle of the plate is a hexagonal recess. A metal plate.
So nothing there.
I don't think there's anything else hidden in there.
You could look at the dumpster here, but I don't think there's anything new. Yeah, no.
I don't want to stop her from doing it.
No. I'm gonna find copper wire. I mean, possibly the police station. I wouldn't think so, but maybe.
Fuller's basement has already been searched?
Yes, it was, really incriminating.
You weren't there?
The captain said I ought to stay at my post here.
He didn't want to have you there, in other words.
Kinda looks that way.
You don't give the impression of being the, faint-hearted type.
And I'm not. But from time to time, the old macho management style comes through, I think.
I was down there. You wouldn't have wanted to see it.
I would rather like to have decided that for myself.
Is the captain still interrogating this Boris guy?
No, he left a few minutes ago. The chief was a little frustrated. Something didn't seem right about the guy, but we couldn't hold him.
What was his explanation for all this?
He maintains that he is a detective for an insurance company. Apparently, Miss Morgan had stolen some valuable books back in England. He's been following her, and coincidentally was watching her when she broke into Fuller's store.
Oh yeah, sounds completely plausible.
He is refusing to give us any more exact detail until he speaks to his employer and lawyer back in England.
And so they let him go?
He has to report back to us here again tomorrow morning. At that point, the chief will have completed the search of Fuller's basement and have gotten some feedback on his inquiries in England.
And Boris could use the time to disappear.
We can't do things any other way. It's the middle of the night in England right now. We won't get any information before tomorrow. And as far as we know, he hasn't committed any crime.
Like, for example, breaking into a hotel room and installing a bug?
What?
I'll let you know when I've completed your job for you.
Ouch. But true. Fair. Ouch, but fair. It does depend on what time of day it is here, but I suppose it's probably like afternoon in the game right now in this place in Biddeford, because in England it's 7 hours or 8, I guess, depending on if it's what time of year it is, but it's basically 7 hours. Well, it's 7 hours UTC. No, it's less. It's 765. It's 5 hours. 5 hours. It's what is it? UTC minus 5 hours is the time on the East Coast in the United States. So I'm like the Colorado, like Denver, Colorado area. Not in Denver, but I'm just saying. So that's why I had to calculate backwards. But so it's like UTC minus 5. So if it's got to be middle of the night there, it's got to be like 4 or 5 p.m. Biddeford time to be that late at night.
Has Mrs. Biba already been questioned?
Yes. The chief interrogated her and her husband individually.
And?
Ask the chief.
Okay, chief. I want some answers, stat!
So tell me, what came out of the inspection of Fuller's basement?
I'm not allowed to tell you any details, but between you and me, there's a lot of people with good reason to cut Fuller up. It's perverse what he did in his basement.
But that's not enough for you to release Angelina.
The whole thing stinks. But I don't know what role Miss Morgan had to play in it. As long as that's unclear, we've got to keep her locked up. She was the one we caught with the knife in her hand.
But she...
I promise you we won't focus so much on her this time. We'll investigate all the possibilities. You've helped us, and I won't ask you where you got the information that's put us on the right track. But you've got to keep out of this now. If Angelina isn't the murderer, then the murderer is still at large, and that could be dangerous for you.
Do you still believe the guy is clean?
No, I don't believe he is. You were right, Darren. He's got something to do with this.
And yet, you still let him go?
Well, I had no choice. He answered my questions. I couldn't prove his involvement. But we'll know more soon, once we've searched the basement and spoken to Mrs. Biba.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kiss. I missed your comment. Do not march through the rooms. You're like, I'm searching for some clues here. Maybe going through the rooms will help me out. Yeah, probably not the best idea. To be fair, our hero could have asked friendly officer here to check hotel room and not anger hotel manager and mess up with the evidence. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do we really need to... We're just here for working for a few... We were just here working for a few weeks before going back to university anyway, right? So we don't really need to be on good terms with the hotel manager. The only reason we would have wanted to in the first place was because Angelina was staying there. Angelina's not going to stick around once she's released from prison, right? She's going to... As soon as it's reasonable to, like, she's not told to stay in town or something, as soon as she's allowed to, she's going to leave, right? She's not going to hang around. Not where you've been falsely accused of something. That doesn't make sense, right?
You questioned Mrs. Biba, right? Did you get any more info?
That's highly confidential. I can't tell you anything about it.
Any new findings that exonerate Angelina?
Unfortunately, not. Mr. and Mrs. Biba were at home and didn't see or hear anything.
Did Mrs. Biba admit that she was being blackmailed?
That's going too far, Darren. The interrogation findings are not supposed to be public.
But I already know what's going on, so you don't. It's not like you're revealing something to somebody that doesn't already have the information, but fine. Okay, copper wire. And a metal tube somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to get those, though. So not the police station. Not the hospital. Well, where I can go in the hospital. I can't go down to the morgue again, obviously. Try at Mom's place again. We got a compass and headphones here. I don't think she can have copper wire just hanging around somewhere. And a metal tube is... I don't know. She can't do anything with the wire here. Or this wire. So we're not getting copper from there. Not to mention how much... What length of copper wire did he want? I don't remember. It probably doesn't matter. There's probably a thing to find of copper wire in the game, and then that'll be... However much that is, that'll be enough. Probably is how it's going to go. That does make me curious, Kissa. Did you ever watch my playthrough of Saint Kotar? What'd you think of that one? That was an interesting one. Kind of creepy. It's not going to be copper wire in the sink. Probably not going to be a metal pipe in this. I mean, there is, but not that we can remove. I'll click it just in case.
Oh my god. There really is running water here. I never would have thought it.
Yeah, okay. It's a lamp, but I'm not getting anything to examine it or interact with it now, so I think that's probably done. We're done with that. Probably for the rest of the game, honestly. I don't see anything in there either for a copper wire or tube. Nothing in here. Is there anything over here? I don't think. The best bet would be the dumpster, and I don't think, or the only thing I can think of that would be possible would be the dumpster, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be. There's not going to be anything in there. Mrs. Biba probably fell down the stairs again. The interrogation. Our hero will be loved by all after all the good things he's done. Yeah. Yeah. End result will be a surprise, I think, about this. Yeah. I'm curious where this is going. I mean, I could just try some places. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get anywhere, but we could try them, right? Worst case.
Anyway, I've got all I wanted from Angelina's. I better not go into the hotel again. Discretion aside, the porter would definitely call the cops. Anyway, I've got all I wanted from Angelina's room.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I doubt there's anything in here either.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah. There's nothing there.
The cops could have at least brought the sign back in with them.
I was already back here though and didn't see anything in the junk. Copper wire. See, this looks like it, but no. Yeah, there's not anything. Where am I gonna get
A cheap ballpoint.
see anything here that really would work for that? Nothing from the dumpster. Can't think of anything that'd be inside here. I doubt he's going to talk to Mrs. Biba because she's already talked to the police about it. It's traumatic
I
enough
don't
for
want to
her.
bother her while she's.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So. Okay, so from what I can tell, nothing at the diner, nothing at the hospital, nothing at the police station, nothing more at our mom's place, nothing at the hotel, nothing at the souvenir shop / post office, nothing more at Eddie's junk shop. Where on earth am I going to get? Maybe I can give these back to him. I don't know.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going. Metal tube, bare copper wire, headphones and compass. Not much time till 1800.
Bare copper wire. Yeah. Metal tube. Huh. I don't know.
I'm definitely not going in there again. Rambo's probably hiding behind the door with a knife between his teeth. I'm definitely not going.
Nothing more to say to her at the reception, right?
I don't want to stop.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I'm not missing them. I just don't notice. Like, my peripheral vision apparently doesn't catch the single or couple line thing. Sorry, Kissa. I was asking if you ever saw my playthrough of Saint Kotar. It was another point and click set in a Middle Eastern, or a middle, what do you call it? An Eastern European town, dealing with cults and the supernatural and stuff. It was pretty cool. There's an expansion of that now. The something, it's not the King in Yellow. That's Lovecraft. There's a something in yellow though thing in it as well. Like expansion for it. I'll probably play that at some point. I have several expansions now for stuff that I probably should play. There's that. There's the expansion of Resident Evil Village, or the DLC. Anyway, there are a few things like that I need to do. Yeah, I don't see where I'm going to get a metal tube or copper wire in here. The only junk place I can find, the only two junk places I could think of are going to be the backyard of Fuller's place or the actual junk shop where Eddie is. Neither of those giving me metal tube or copper wire. So, it's not humorous like this one or like Book of Unwritten Tales or Broken Sword or something. So it does not have the humorous aspect to it. It's got a lot of creepy things happening. It's kind of interesting, but I really enjoyed it. I don't have to have something be humorous to enjoy it, but if you don't tend to like point and clicks that are not humorous, then maybe it'd be less enjoyable for you, of course, but I can't think of what I would need. Okay, he's not going to talk to Mrs. Biba. There's nowhere else inside the diner to click, and he cannot do the dumpster. So that's for sure out. This, he can look at the veranda again, but he's not even going inside the hotel anymore. Cannot do anything with that car on the side. Or this thing that holds clothes to dry or something. Whatever this is. Or maybe it had flags, I can't remember. Anyway, that is not accessible now. So it's not the hotel, it's not the diner. It's not the junk shop. I already looked around and I can't talk to Eddie about anything other than we're ready to go to try to pinpoint where the guy is. Inside here, check the backyard. I cannot find anything there. Check downstairs or like in the basement when you climb through the window. Cannot find anything there. Check the back gross room. Could not find anything there. Went upstairs. Checked the main entrance area, waiting area, whatever, for the Photoshop. Nothing there. Went back to the back office again. there's nothing accessible there except the map and that sheet of paper on the side, and zoom in on the clock, but there's nothing more in the clock. Is the clock going to have something like copper wire in it? Maybe. Guess I could try that. No worries. We'll figure it out at some point. Or I'll end up looking it up eventually. I'm thinking if for whatever reason I've not figured it out by the end of today's streaming, about another 20, 30 minutes, something like that. If I've not figured it out by the time we finish streaming today, then I'll probably look it up between now and next time, so I don't have to do the weird graphic shifting thing while we're playing this. I'll probably end up looking up where to get the copper wire next time if I have not figured it out. But because I've spent now a good at least 10 or 15 minutes on it, that would be at least about 30 to 45 minutes on it if I've not found it by the end of streaming today. So what was okay? So my thought had been probably no, but maybe do something with this.
I think I'll leave the cuckoo clock.
Gonna leave the cuckoo clock alone. Okay, so it is nothing more with that. I was thinking, there's got to be electricity for this to keep swinging, right? So I thought if I, open this up, maybe I can strip out some wire from there or something, but no. Number one, I don't know if it's going to be copper wire. Number two, even if it is, it's a common kind of wire, so very possibly. But number two, even if it is that going to be enough? I don't know. I got the impression we needed, I don't remember what he said. He said length, but I thought I remembered the length being kind of long, not super long. It's not like 100 feet or something of it, but it was something like at least a couple of yards or something. So what, like 5 meters or something? I don't know. No, not 5 meters. Sorry, like 2 meters, I should say, like 2 meters or something. I'm not seeing, like with electrical things in here, I'm not seeing anything that lets me interact to potentially try, using wire cutters on it or something to get that. So not there. Nope. Hmm. Also, probably really should not be, even if this were the place, I guess, but realistically, you probably should not be messing around in here. This is especially evidence heavy, right? So we don't want to do something there. I've already been through the dark room multiple times. Just about. There's nothing. I think so maybe where the tape outline of Fuller's dead body. Maybe something there, but otherwise there's nothing to interact with in the dark room either. It's very curious. Stairs. Yeah, that's all of that is stairs. Okay. Yeah, if I look around the backyard here, there's nothing new either. No. Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be some nook, some little cranny somewhere I've not searched, right? Radio, but he's gonna use that. He's already got that. He's gonna.
If Eddie really is a radio expert, I should talk to him rather than stare at his radio equipment. I haven't got a clue about these things.
Yeah. And this is just gonna be, are you ready yet, right? I'm sure.
And? You got everything?
No.
Well, get going.
Okay.
I've only been here a few days. Exactly the same length of time the traffic lights have been on pause. There's so little traffic here that nobody's bothered that the lights don't work properly. It could also be that no one's actually noticed. To describe Biddeford as quiet would be an understatement. It sometimes seems to me that the place has just about died. Fuller's mother'll have to take her mutt for a walk on her own now.
I don't see anything more with his place. Well, so that's, I don't think, gonna do it. Okay, just go through this systematically again. Okay, so the diner is a big fat no. I can't see anywhere possible at all in the diner. Fuller's place, we've already been through the rooms like 4 or 5 times now. I cannot find anything with wire for any of those. In the backyard also, same thing. Eddie's place has nothing except talk to Eddie and say we're ready to go, basically. The hotel, again, I don't even know if I still can, but maybe I can look at the veranda. Maybe I can look at this stand with metal. See, I've already done that. And now you can't even examine it. Yeah. It's not that. Can't even look at the veranda now, probably because the seagulls were the only thing that was involved with that. Is probably more why it is. So okay, so that I think rules out the hotel. Okay, so no for either of these. No. Doesn't want to talk to her. There's literally nothing in the souvenir shop when I'm hovering all over the place. I don't see anything at all. I've tried to talk to her since getting the list of things to grab that Eddie had me write down, but I think the only thing in the souvenir shop is talking to Rosie, right? I don't think there's anything else there. So I think the answer is no there. I've already tried things that would have wires here at Mom's place, right? I've tried, even though I had like one of the things I need is headphones. I even tried the headphones in my inventory. No. I tried a lamp, I guess, in the bedroom, but I could not hover over it anymore. I think I looked at the answering machine. It's just the phone. Well, normally you use it to make a call. I didn't actually look at it again because I figured I don't need to call anybody. Maybe I do that anyway?
I don't have to call right now.
Yeah, no. Nothing for the lamp, nothing for the phone. I really don't think there's anything else here. So I can't even, for example, interact with the TV as if I could like open it up and strip out wire or something. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's what I was talking about. I was in the Fuller's backyard and I could not get anything to interact. The only things that interact in Fuller's backyard now, at this point, are that window above the back door that has the tape, the police tape on it. And that, I mean, you're not going to get wire or a tube from there. And then the place where you drop down into the basement. But we've already been through all the rooms in Fuller's house. So dropping down to the basement is just going to take me to where I also did not find anything. So I'm not sure. And some of this stuff that realistically would at least have some degree of wire. Yeah, it's wrecking Mom's stuff. I get it. But even stuff like this, he doesn't even have a comment on. So it's not going to be that. Yeah, no, I mean this is the thing, right? We're on the same. We're thinking the same, Kiss. I'm trying the places you're suggesting too. That's the thing. It's like we're both like, okay, let's try this. No, let's try this. No, let's try this. No. Clearly, we are not thinking what the game developers were. So anyway, so nothing at the hotel. Can't go inside again. Nothing really on the outside now. Nothing at Eddie's place. I've already looked around. Nothing around other than we talked about how he knows the radio. He has the radio, which is one of the things we need. He just already has that, so we're not gathering that. So he can't do anything with the radio he's got. And then the only other thing in his shop is talking to him. Already went through all the rooms in Fuller's place. Cannot find it. Went to the diner here, and the dumpster is no longer something we can interact with, so there's nothing from the dumpster. It's not even available. And inside, it's just talking to Mrs. Biba. When you click, it says doesn't want to bother her right now. So nothing at the diner. So nothing at the diner, nothing at Fuller's, nothing at Eddie's, nothing at the hotel. At the souvenir shop, I could talk to Rosie, but he says he doesn't want to talk to her. And there's nothing else, as far as I could tell, that you can interact with the souvenir shop. We've now been back to Mom's place again, and I cannot figure anything out here either that I've not already gathered. I obviously got the headphones, and I got the compass from here. I do not think there is any kind of wire or tube we can get there. Yeah, I don't think so. And then the police station is no. The hospital is no. Well, I am out of ideas. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to call it here tonight or today. Just like we'll be done for now. And then what we'll do, I think, is next time. Like between now and next time, I guess I'm going to have to look it up. I'm really not sure. I cannot think of anything we've not already tried. Clearly there's something we've not done, but I cannot think, for the life of me, I cannot think of what it is. So, unfortunately, not a whole lot I can do. I cannot figure it out. So, sorry about that. But we made quite a bit of progress, right? We got the murder investigation proceeded quite a bit. We got more information about what kind of scum Fuller actually was. So it's not bad. It's not bad overall. I'm happy with the progress we made, even if it turns out that, you know, we kind of got stumped at the end there. That's okay. That's not the worst thing in the world, so it's fine. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, Kissa and Silhouette. Okay, so about little over 8 hours from now, we'll be doing more As Dusk Falls. So, thanks for watching. I might do a little thing before we actually get into As Dusk Falls. We'll just see. Talk to you guys later. Be safe. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.